Welcome back, guys. CryptoFly channel. Today we'd like to talk about a structure, market structure, trend, and how to work with it. Let's dive in. Guys, on YouTube, there's million videos about a structure, market structure, and a lot of videos from the people who love to trade the ICT concept, the smart money concept. But guys, you can call the things on the chart whatever you want. You know, everything what we see on that videos is just terminology, what people use, because it's easiest to mark some things on the charts with terminology from the smart money concept. You can call that things whatever you want. You can call the, I don't know, the Marvel superheroes of things if you understand what are you doing right on the chart. Structure is, in the simple words, it's a trend. Also, you have to keep in mind, like usual, the trend is your friend, but time frame. Time frames, the time and the price, it's a 2K points would give us the information on the chart. So that's why we're trying to simplify the things on the chart. Don't need to build so complicated strategies. Don't need to draw a lot of complicated lines and marks. What does it mean? If you don't understand what's going on in general in the complex, and if you don't understand the context, what's going on now on the chart, no one strategy concept can't help you. We got two trends, uptrend. So we move just in uptrend. What does it mean the uptrend structure is? When we got impulse, this one, and this is a higher high than this previous high, and higher low. So this low, not lower than this one. Looks pretty simple. We made another impulse, higher high. So this high higher than this one, and a higher low higher than this one. And for example, it's a 12-hour time frame. On daily time frame, it will look totally different one. On the weekly time frame, it can be just a correction inside global range or inside the global downtrend, just like example. And I will show you some few examples. Inside this impulse, you know, we will see the local structure, downtrend structure. About this one, we will talk in another video because it's about a multi-structure. Trend is your friend. If you work with 12-hour time frame, you have to work with that time frame, and your entry, your exit, your trades should be based in the complex, based on the context, what's going on now on the market in general, and especially on this time frame. So you're not mess your strategy. So this is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, the same way, but in opposite way if it's a downtrend structure. So this is a lower high because we're not breaking out this one, lower low. And one day when we found the bottom at some level, it can be the favorable gap, it can be some liquidity pool. This is what I mean in context. So we have to work in a complex and in the context. Where are we now? Because if this was a liquidity pool on the weekly time frame, and on 12-hour time frame, we drop it down, grab liquidity of weekly liquidity pool, we start build the reversal move, and we start build the new uptrend structure. So you have to understand it. It's not so easy, right? So in theory, everything looks so simple. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Trade, just open short. So open short, profit, open short, profit, open short, profit. But guys, in real life, everything not so simple because it's emotional, it's your real money. We got a stop losses, we have to count the size of position. But in general, you understand. So it's a trend. It's just an uptrend move. But every single time, pay attention for that time frame where you trade. So trend is your friend. Structure, I showed you. Pretty simple. Higher high, lower high. And downtrend, lower high, lower low. Pretty simple. Pay attention for the time frame, context, and the complex, and you can use the indicators to identify the structure. If you get some issue, or if you're just a beginner and you don't see the key points, you know, we will talk in the next videos about a break of structure and about all of this smart money concept things. But like I told you before, BOS, like break of structure, is just a terminology of ICT concept. But you can call that moment on a chart whatever you want, if you understand what are you doing. So let's take a look on OM. And also, guys, we got a flat. Of course. We got like uptrend, downtrend, and a flat. Flat is just a range. So I already made a video about range. So maybe I will post also some updates, some tips. So this is just a range. When we not form some crucial K levels, we not see that on the chart some high, lower high, or lower, high, low. So it's just a range. And guys, believe it or not, but you can open any chart and you identify. So I guess over than 75% time on the chart, the price move on sideways, in the flat, in some accumulation or distribution, or in reaccumulation and manipulation. So here's the OM chart on, let's say, daily time frame. So what we can see on this chart? Technically, this was a flat. After that, we start build the trend. We start build the structure. So here we got like impulse correction. How to count the impulse? It's also the subjective, because, for example, this is can be for someone, this can be the starting point of the impulse. For somebody, the starting point can be here. For somebody, can be here. That's why, guys, there is no 100% correct answer how you have to identify the impulse, because if everybody identify the impulse correctly, everybody should be the millionaires, because we know the starting point of that one. And for example, we can use the starting point. So this impulse correction, we not form the lower low, right? We form the higher low, and we move higher. We got high, impulse down, correction, impulse up, new high, new all-time high till that moment, correction, another impulse, new high, correction, and we're still in uptrend. So this is a still uptrend, but take a look. In the moment, it could be the here. In a moment, it's gonna be like 35%. It can be like 43%. And yes, somebody say like if we not drop like 50% down, we're still in a uptrend structure. But everything, guys, depends of the time frame. So for example, it can be the sideways move, right? On the weekly time frame, everything looks just like a beginning. So impulse high, we hit the top. Drop, lower high, pump, another top, this one. Build a structure, top, drop, top, drop, top, drop. So you can identify it. You can use the wicked fractals, the indicator what I share with you, totally for free, to identify the key points. After that, we got an impulse, drop, sideways, because it's a weekly time frame. Imagine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks in a row. It was just a flat. Another high, correction. And this is for OM, for mantra. We are in the uptrend since this first main impulse. And until we hold this trend, we work with a long position. So generally, we're looking forward, we're looking uptrend. And in next videos, we'll talk, of course, about a break of structure and all of that things. If we talk about, for example, Sol, weekly time frame, this time it was a downtrend. So we got like top, impulse down, weekly, bounce. This is lower high. Then we got like lower low and last point. In December 2022, at that current moment, we couldn't know it was the last point. We couldn't know. Now, of course, after the fact, we can identify, oh yes, it was a bottom. So easy, we should buy. At that moment, we can't know because maybe somebody thinks it was a bottom. And after that, we dump minus 50%. That's why, guys, I repeat, the structure looks pretty simple, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down. But in the moment, for example, now, how we can know we will drop lower or this is the end of correction? How we can know? Technically, this is an uptrend. What we should do now? We have to work in a complex. So by seasonality, by what's going on in the market now, and we have to wait some confirmation. Technically, we sweep at the high, so we break the downtrend structure because we start forming the downtrend structure since the November 21, and in January 25, we break off structure. So this is what people call it the break of structure. How to identify this is a real break of structure or not, because on 4 time frame we can see the confirmation, on daily time frame there is no confirmation. Confirmation, I mean somebody count, we have to close the candle, body candle higher than previous high. Somebody use the weeks, so take a look. Yes, we pump and close at the 12-hour time frame higher than previous all-time high. Technically, by all that rules, you know, smart money concept, we can confirm, yes, we break of structure and now we have to open long. But what happened next? Next, we dump it like, let's take a look, we dump it 57%. If we dump it 57%, doesn't mean that it was a fake out or what? Or we're in a downtrend structure. That's why, guys, a structure is simple, but everything should be in complex. In theory, everything looks so simple, but that's why I use all of the things. I use the trends, I build the structure on a high time frame. Then, for example, I go to a lower time frame, and on a daily, I can see this is a downtrend structure, right? Top, low, some bounce, low, bounce, low. Bounce, looks like we should go higher, right? But we're going down again. Base it on the news. Theory, you know, is pretty simple. You have to follow the structure, you have to follow the trend, but please work in a complex with all of the things. We go into 4 time frame and can identify the structure, a local one. Technically, this can be just a range. So it's not an uptrend structure, it's just a range. And inside this range, we can see the local 15-minute structure. Absolutely, just a tiny one local trades. Pump, drop, correction, higher, high, local one. And you can go to the indicators, type structure, and use indicators which just highlight you the high, high, lower, lower, high, for example. So you understand in the complex, in general, on the weekly time frame, we're in the uptrend or in the downtrend. On 12 time frame, we're in an uptrend or in a downtrend. And when we will learn the multi-structure, it's so complicated because we have to synchronize the time frames. So guys, I hope you like this video. Subscribe channel, hit the like button, hit the notification button. Don't forget your Telegram channel. See you next time, guys.